casual and laid back.
You
Right?
do.
Yeah, casual and laid back.
Unscripted.
Yeah. Well, mine is unscripted. I did not script stuff out because I figure I'll do
rolling.
better.
You can believe it, I'm rolling.
That's great. All right, here we go, folks.
Rolling.
And let me just listen. Let's be quiet for a sec. All right, that was room tone. See what I did there? We call it room tone, and it was room tone. All right, so let's start, and remember everything is right here.
Okay.
All right, so tell us your name, your title, and how long you've been in the Reempower program.
Kelly Thompson, 787 program manager, and I've been with UTC 5 months.
Okay. So
Sorry, I had to think because I can't say UTAS right.
No, that's right. That's right. So let's do that again and say
Okay.
my name is.
Okay.
You know, that kind of
Okay. My name is Kelly Thompson. I'm the 787 program manager for UTC for 5 months.
All right, terrific. So tell us what you know about the Reempower program.
So the Reempower program is a 16-week program that's set up for individuals who have taken at least 2 years off work by choice. They're looking to come back and enter the workforce in a role similar to what they were doing before they took time off. It's set up to have a lot of network of support around you as you re-enter, including a peer buddy and a technical mentor, and then a lot of touch points from outside the organization that help you get your skills back up to speed and offer a nice network as you go through the program.
And is this a common program with corporations across the world, or is this not common?
There's been a change recently where companies are starting to realize the value of this untapped network of people who have stepped away from their careers and are looking to go back in. A lot of companies are starting to have these internship relaunch programs for individuals who are looking to go back to work. So I think a few years ago it wasn't so common, but now most major corporations have some kind of program in place. They all have different names, but they all offer the same thing, just with slightly different periods of time.
Excellent. And tell us your story. So this is 2 or more years, and where do you fit into that?
So for me, I've been off of the workplace for almost 9 years. It wasn't something that was necessarily planned. People will call it off-ramping. I didn't really choose to off-ramp. It was a variety of circumstances and situations that came into play. So kind of the typical, I followed my husband's career, was going to be off a few months, had just had our 3rd child, and I blink and it's been 9 years.
And tell us about life in those 9 years.
So for me, the first few years were really challenging. I had 3 kids under the age of 4, had given up my career, my nanny, my housekeeper, all of those resources, and was now a full-time stay-at-home mom. It was a very challenging and difficult time because I wasn't really used to being a full-time mom. After a few years, once they got to elementary school age, I realized I loved it. I loved being home with them. I loved being involved. I loved running the PTA. I was also working during that time by teaching figure skating and hockey lessons. So I was still working, but just not at the same caliber that I had been. Then about 2 years ago, I realized I was really itching to go back to work and have a career. So it for me was time. I just knew in my heart that this is who I am, part of who I am as a person, and while I love being a mom, it was time for me to go back.
And when yeah.
Pat, I'm just gonna get her a paper towel and pat down
Okay.
her cheeks. You're just a little shiny.
Oh,
Stay right
yeah,
there.
probably.
You don't have makeup people? All these
I
ladies
do.
here, you should get the skill set.
No, now don't be sexist. I'm the makeup artist.
Oh, really? I was joking.
Just pat your cheeks and your nose a little bit.
You know,
It'll just absorb some
Part
of
of what
the
he does.
excess oil. It's the time of year. And a little bit on your forehead.
Better?
Yeah, that's great.
yeah, Dale,
You don't
do-
look shiny normally.
I know,
You
right?
want some
It's just
powder?
on the camera.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Now I do see Sunny. Don't let my son see that.